Hi everybody, Chris Willett here from Notes from a Vagabond. Today I'm making a video about eczema, about my eczema. And this video, the intention of this video is two things. One is I'm just trying to keep a log of what I go through with my eczema. And two, this is a video about what it physically feels like to have eczema for me. Now, different people might feel different ways, but I'm just trying to explain what it feels like for me. So if you know somebody or has a friend or know somebody that's suffering through it, a lot of times we don't want to talk about it. I don't tell my friends, oh, I'm going through this much pain or this is going on. But so this movie is just to try to explain the physical, what happens to people physically when they have eczema, especially like in my case, severe eczema. So, and the other thing about this movie, it's not to make you feel bad. I don't want a bunch of information about have I tried this or do this diet or see that doctor. I've been to plenty of doctors. I've been to naturopaths. That's another subject for another day, but this is just to try to explain what it physically feels like to have eczema for me. So there's a couple different aspects to this. There's like real physical, there's physical pain and then there's itching. So I want to start with the physical pain. And for me, the way I describe it is I have these eruptions. And I never know when it's going to happen. But what an eruption is like for me is, it feels like somebody or something is inside my body, like a rusty nail, and it's trying to break the skin from the inside out. And it's about the size of a quarter or something, but it's a real intense spot of pain, but it feels like something's trying to break out. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go down there and soothe it or rub it or anything. It's kind of like if you hit your thumb with a hammer, it just hurts so much, you just sit there and you just take it. So that's my first one. I call that like the eruption from the inside. Then the second type of eruption, same kind of thing. Don't know when it's going to come. Lasts anywhere from 5 to 30 seconds. Same thing about the size of a quarter or something. But it feels like somebody's pouring acid on me. It's just like, because it feels like it's from the top of the skin down, and it feels like it's just burning a hole in me. And it's same thing, real intense, nothing I can do about it. So those are those two types of eruption. The other physical pain sensation, whatever you want to call it, is a lot of times, now these don't go on all day long. Maybe some days I don't have them. Some days I might have, I don't know, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, but they're real intense. I mean, they're so intense I would like to scream sometime, but don't, and I can be sitting with somebody and they don't even know it's happening to me, but it's like, oh my God, it's happening. So, but the other sensation is, feels like somebody has a very sharp pen or needle, and they're going around poking me. They'll poke me here, and they'll poke me here, and they'll poke me here, they'll poke me here. And it's just, or like a mosquito's hopping around biting me, It's not near as painful as what I call the eruptions, but it's still pretty painful. So that's kind of like the physical sensation of, I don't know how you call it, that kind of pain. Now the other thing that's constant is itching. Most of the day I go and I'm always ready to scratch something, itch my back, itch here, itch down here. So there's overall just, dry skin feeling, itching or something. But then there's the real intense itching, and I go throughout the day just saying, don't scratch, don't scratch, don't scratch this, don't scratch that. But all of a sudden I'll lose it, especially in my lower legs here. and I will start scratching so hard that usually it'll start bleeding, or I'll pull off some scabs that are there, and then it's just like a release because the endorphins kicked in, and it's a type of orgasm. It's like it just feels so good. It's um, uh, and yes, I know I shouldn't do that, but I lose it, and that's a real thing for me. It's just I scratch so hard sometimes that it just breaks the skin. So that's kind of the itching part of having eczema. Now I have eczema from my feet to my shoulders. Luckily, I don't have it on my face. I got a little bit on my ear. I got some on my hands and so forth. But the other thing, just so you know, the problem with eczema and how it's constant all the time is, it makes it hard for me to sleep. It's hard to get to sleep sometimes, because I'm kind of itching, tossing, turning. Or while I'm asleep, I wake up and then I start to scratch and, I can't get a full night's sleep. So if you know somebody who has it and they're cranky or whatever, it might be because they're not sleeping that well. And then the other thing I just want to share is, because this thing is constant so often, I mean, I can always feel it. It isn't like it's here some days. It does go up and down, but, it's just so constant. It's depressing. I mean, I get depressed over it. You just get tired of always feeling bad. So that's it. Like I said, this movie isn't to, fix me or feel sorry for me. It's just to help inform people what certain people like me go through that suffer from eczema. Thanks for watching.